Adhyaya 5, Shloka 15, 1-5. नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापम् न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानम् तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः. Atma is free from bhoktrutva. Bhoktrutva nishedha, negation of bhoktrutva in Atma. It is the topic of this shloka. Bhoktrutva is the status of being an enjoyer. When we say enjoyer, it does not just mean pleasure, both pleasure and pain. The enjoyer of pleasure and pain is called bhokta. What causes pleasure and pain? What makes us receive pleasure and what makes us receive pain? According to the law of karma, you cannot be at the receiving end unless you are a doer. The karta becomes a bhokta. We receive what we have given. What we have done. And we do two types of actions, papa and punya. Punya and papa. These two stay in a potential form, in an invisible form, and in due course of time, they fructify. If it is punya, it is an enjoyment of pleasure. It is a pleasurable experience. If it is papa, it is a painful experience. Whether it is pleasure or pain, It is a result of our karma nonetheless. The result of punya and papa. The shloka says that the Atma is always free from punya and papa. It is always free from punya and papa. Then why do we identify as the bhokta? Why do we have punya and papa? It is because of ajnana. As long as there is ajnana, we are bhokta. We have punya and papa. But as far as the Atma Swarupa is concerned, it is free from punya and papa. Therefore, the Vedanta reveals that you are always free from papa. Nowadays, we hear a word sin, sin. According to some theory, according to some belief, everybody is a sinner. This is their teaching. You are a sinner. Therefore, you have to repent. On the contrary, the Vedanta teaches you are never a sinner. You are ever pure, ever free from punya and papa. Therefore, you don't have to repent. Then what should you do? You have to discover your pure nature. Discover your nature. Discover your purity. And that is liberation. See the verse. Vibhuhu. Krishna uses another word for Atma. Atma is Vibhuhu. Vividham bhavati iti Vibhuhu. Atma is all pervasive. Being the essence of everything, it is all pervasive. Therefore, it is called Vibhuhu. It is present everywhere. It is present in everything. The same Atma is pervading everyone. If the Atma is pervading everyone, then it should be affected by the punya and papa of everyone. Then Krishna says, in spite of being everywhere, it is not affected by, it is not touched by anybody's punya or papa. Kasyachit, of anybody. Sukritam papam chaiva na adatte. It does not receive the sukritam, the punya, as well as the papa. Sukritam means punya, as well as papa. It does not receive, na adatte. It is free from punya and free from papa. Because it is neither the doer nor the enjoyer, neither karta nor the bhokta. Then what makes us karta and bhokta? Ajnanenavritam jnanam. Jnanam, the consciousness, the pure consciousness, the Atma. It is called jnana. In this line, jnanam does not mean the cognition, not the knowledge as we understand. Jnanam means the consciousness, Atma, Chit. It is covered by ajnana. Ajnanena avritam. It is covered by ajnana. The true nature of the self is hidden by ignorance. That is why we are not aware of our own true nature. Tena mushyanti jantavaha. Because of the ajnana, tena ajnanena, janaha jantavaha muhyanti. The people are deluded. Jantavaha. Everybody in the world is called Jantu. When do we become Jantu? When we identify with the body, we are Jantus. We are animals. We are Homo sapiens. We human beings are called Homo sapiens in the language of biology. If you study biology, every living being has a name, and the name includes two parts. The first part represents a genus, and the second part indicates the species. And our name is Homo sapien. We belong to a particular species called Homo sapien. Likewise, every other animal has its own name. So we are Homo sapiens. So it is a jantu, a particular type of animal. From the biological point of view, even we human beings are nothing better than animals. Slightly evolved animals, that's all. Evolved because we don't have tails. We have dropped our tails. So monkeys without tails. So when we identify with the body, we are just jantus, just animals. Therefore, the true evolution is to transcend the bodily identification, to transcend the Dehatma Buddhi. It is the only way to be free from being a jantu, being an animal. So, jantavaha muhyanti. Everybody is deluded. We are deluded to think that we are karta, bhokta, doer, enjoyer, punya and papa. Everything is because of ajnana. Therefore, as long as there is ajnana, there is punya and papa. When you are free from ajnana, no punya effects and no papa effects. A jnani is free from punya and papa. Freedom from punya and papa is the way to be free from janma. As long as there is punya and papa, we are subject to rebirth. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So, ajnanen avritam jnanam. First of all, there is avarana. This is another point to be understood in this line. Ajnanen avritam jnanam. First of all, there is avarana. Avarana means hiding. In the Vedantic methodology, we talk about two Shaktis in Ajnana. The first Shakti is called Avarana Shakti. It is the hiding power, veiling power, the ability to hide the truth is called Avarana Shakti. It does not stop there. There is another Shakti called Vikshepa Shakti, the ability to project something. Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. The Vikshepa Shakti functions only after the function of Avarana Shakti. First, the Avarana Shakti hides the truth. Then the Vikshepa Shakti throws something else, projects something else. Let us take the example of rope and rope snake. Superimposition of snake on the rope. In this phenomenon, the first step is avarana. The rope is hidden. Therefore, you are not aware it is a rope. Why you are not aware? Because there is avarana shakti. The rope nature is hidden by the avarana shakti. Then Vikshepa Shakti functions. Vikshepa Shakti is at work and it makes a snake appear on the rope. Both are the powers of ajnana, ignorance. The Avarana Shakti hides the rope. Avarana Shakti hides the rope and Vikshepa Shakti projects the snake. Now, in this example, without the Avarana Shakti at work, the Vikshepa Shakti cannot do its work. Without the Avarana Shakti, Vikshepa Shakti cannot function. If the Vikshepa Shakti has to project the snake, first the Avarana Shakti should prepare the background. It should hide the rope. Likewise, in the process of superimposition of the doership and enjoyership, superimposition of kartrutva and bhoktrutva, the Avarana Shakti of Ajnana, it hides the true nature. Jnanam avritam. The Atma is hidden. The true nature of the self is hidden. That means you are not aware that you are not the doer and you are not the enjoyer. You are free from karma. You are free from changes. You are not aware of it. And then moha. Moha is vikshepa. Vikshepa Shakti does its work. It makes you identify with the body. It makes you identify as something other than your true self. The word mushyanti, the word mushyanti means you become something other than what you are. You identify as something other than what you are. And that is the problem. Just avarana is not the problem. Ignorance is bliss. But the avarana leads to vikshepa, moha. It is a true problem. Being something any other than what we are is the real problem. Because we cannot stand it. We cannot stand being something other than what we are. We want to remain what we are. So, tena muhyanti jantavaha. Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Both together create samsara, create the problem of samsara. So, this is the problem. With this line, Krishna has explained the problem and the cause of the problem. Then, what is the solution? If the cause of the problem is ajnana, then the solution is jnana. Therefore, next sloka gives the solution. And Krishna is very clear. Jnana is the solution. Knowledge is the solution. Jnanena tu tadajnanam. Yeshanashitamatmanah. Teshamadityavaj prakashayati tatparam. There is a word tu in the shloka. Jnanena tu. The word tu indicates the speciality of a jnani. In the previous shloka, Krishna has mentioned Jantavaha, the Jantus. Who are the Jantus? The ones who have identified with the body. The people with the limited identity. They are Jantus. But a Jnani is special. All others are Jantus. But a Jnani is special. The speciality is indicated by two. Unlike others, what has happened to a jnani? Yesham atmanah tat ajnanam. Tat ajnanam. The ajnana. Ajnana that is mentioned in the previous shloka. Atmanah ajnana. It is not any ordinary ajnana. It is atmanah ajnana. Ignorance of the self. Self-ignorance. There are many other ignorances. Ignorance of a particular language. English ignorance. English ignorance cannot cause samsara. If someone does not know English, he is a samsari. It doesn't happen. Many people are happily ignorant of English. Many people are happily ignorant of Chinese. So the ignorance of any language or the ignorance of any fact does not cause samsara. For many years, I was in isolation from the world. And then I did not know who is our prime minister, who is our president, because I was totally cut off from the world. I did not read newspaper. I did not have mobile phone, no internet, no TV, radio. So for many years, I was totally away from the world. It did not make me a samsari. Instead, it helped me to get rid of samsara. So, what causes samsara? It is atmanaha ajnanam. ignorance of the self. Atmanah ajnanam, and it is destroyed by jnana. Jnanena nashitam, it is destroyed by jnana. Atmanah ajnanam, atmanah jnanena nashitam. The word atmanah should be repeated twice. Atmanah ajnanam, atmanah jnanena nashitam. As far as ajnana is concerned, there is a rule. An ajnana, a particular ajnana, is destroyed by a particular jnana only when the ashaya and vishaya of both are same. Ajnana has something called ashaya and vishaya. Ajnanasya ashaya means the locus of ajnana. Who has the ajnana? It is the ashaya. If I have the ignorance, I am the locus of ignorance. I am the ashaya. Likewise, vishaya, the object of ignorance. If I have ignorance of a computer ignorance, then computer is the vishaya, the object. So ajnana has ashaya and vishaya. It has a particular ashaya and a particular vishaya. If I say I have computer ignorance, I am the ashaya and computer is the vishaya. If a knowledge has to destroy such ignorance, if a jnana has to destroy such an ignorance, even the jnana should have the same ashaya and same vishaya. What jnana can destroy my computer ignorance? It has to be my computer knowledge. If the ashayas are different, then it cannot destroy the ignorance. I have the ignorance of computer and you have the knowledge of computer. My ignorance is intact. Your knowledge cannot destroy my ignorance. Therefore, there is a rule. Ajnanam swasamanashaya vishayakena jnanena nashyate. And ajnana is destroyed by a jnana which has the same ashaya and vishaya as that of the ajnana. And ignorance is destroyed by a knowledge if the knowledge has the same locus as well as object as that of the ignorance. This is a rule regarding a knowledge and ignorance. Likewise, here Atmanaha Ajnanam Atmanaha Jnanena Nashyate Nashitam. If the Jnana has to destroy the Ajnana, then the Ajnana and Jnana should have the same Ashraya and Vishaya. It is indicated by the word Atmanaha. Tesham Adityavajnanam Prakashayati Tatparam. Tesham, for such jnanis whose ignorance is destroyed by knowledge, the self-ignorance is destroyed by self-knowledge. When the ignorance is destroyed, the Atma becomes very much evident. The Atma Swarupa keeps shining forever. The Atma Swarupa is always shining because it is self-effulgent. Atma is Swaprakasha, self-effulgent. Therefore, it is shining in everyone alike, in a jnani as well as in ajnani. The Atma Swarupa is always shining. There is no difference in the shine of the Atma Swarupa. It is shining in everyone. Then what difference does jnana bring about? Let's understand this with the example of a sun, Aditya. The sun is shining, but then sometimes the cloud can cover the sun. Even if there is cloud, it does not mean the sun is not shining. The sun is very much shining. But because of cloud, we are not able to see the shining sun. That is why on a cloudy day, it is dark and we say there is no sun today. There is no sun. The sun is very much there and the sun is very much shining. There is no difference as far as the sun is concerned, irrespective of whether there is cloud or there is no cloud. Sun is shining all the same. But where is the difference? The difference is only from our point of view. Our access to the sun is covered by the clouds. That is why we complain. There is no sun. The ajnana also can be understood in the same manner. In fact, some acharyas give this example. Ghanachanna drishtirghanachannamarkam yatha manyate nishprabhanchati mudhaha तथा बद्धवद्भाति यो मूढदृष्टेः स नित्योपलब्धिस्वरूपोऽहमात्मा. So, an ignorant person, ghanachanna drishtihi, his eyes are covered by clouds, and he thinks the sun is not shining. When my eyesight is blocked by the clouds, I think the sun is not shining. Nishprabham manyate. Arkam nishprabham manyate. He thinks the sun is nishprabha. Sun is not shining. Likewise, tatha, similarly, Atma, the Atma is ever shining, ever blissful, ever Ananda Swarupa. But because of ignorance, the Atma seems to be samsari, seems to be limited, seems to be confined. So when the cloud is removed, we say, see, now the sun is shining. The sun was shining even before. But from our point of view, we are able to access the shining of the sun only when the cloud is removed. Likewise, we are able to access the Ananda Swarupa of the Atma. We are able to access the Atma Swarupa only when the Ajnana is removed. When the Ajnana is removed, then we say, I have found happiness. I have found moksha. In fact, happiness is always there. Moksha is always there. Atma is Nitya Mukta Swarupa. But when the Ajnana is removed, the moksha has as though turned up, as though appeared, as though found. So the example of a sun fits very well to the removal of ignorance. How the Atma, which is ever evident, becomes accessible when the Ajnana is removed. It is beautifully explained with the Aditya Drishtanta. Tesham Adityavat, like the sun, tad jnanam tat param prakashayati. The knowledge prakashayati. Tat param prakashayati. Makes the Paramatma, makes the Paramatma evident, makes the Paramatma available as the very self. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.